Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Well, my favorite song off of what is it? Is it GNX? I think it's GNX. I can't remember the damn album title. But the Kendrick Lamar's latest effort, Luther, is spent 7 weeks atop the Billboard 100 singles charts. So that's pretty impressive, and he's still winning, even though Drake is like creeping on a come up again. Trying to get his weight back into the game. He's still trying to get to that level. That Kendrick has taken the throne, obviously, and the West Coast is definitely taking the throne. But the SZA and Kendrick Lamar record definitely is a short and sweet, direct for beautiful, wonderful for radio, wonderful for play on YouTube and the different audio. I don't think it has a video. I think it just has audio of it. But it's definitely a great way of displaying their talents. I love the song. It's very cool, very laid back, very slow burn. Has great instrumentals to it. The Luther Vandross sample is crisp and clean. I really like it. So 7 weeks is definitely it. Who does your Wizards asking who does my eyebrows? I do my eyebrows. Are they on fleek? Salute the Wizard. Salute the Wizard. Trying to derail my show, talking about my eyebrows. But yeah, so Luther is doing numbers. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at Kendrick. I'm not mad at SZA. Everybody that's involved, the producers, the writers, everybody that is has been a part of his efforts and success, immense success, undeniable, indisputable success. So you have to give credit where credit is due. He's done so much for hip hop ever since. I mean, coming straight out of Section 80, going way back. That may be too far back for some people, but especially Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, Tomcat. Hey, salute Tomcat. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Are you been subbed? Well, I'm not your brother, man, but I appreciate the sub. Thank you for the subs. Appreciate it. Now it's your job to tell 2 or 3 other people that, hey, you got to see this. Is this goofy nigga? He's a silly nigga. You gotta check him out. He's on YouTube. Make sure you check out his channel and subscribe to him. So that's your goal for today. Tell at least 2 people to subscribe. I'd appreciate it, Tomcat. You found me through Scar. That's like a common refrain. Oh yeah, your star put me on. Yo, man, Star really let me know about you, man. You good, Drop a like. Exactly. Thank you for a like. I appreciate that. Thank you. And make sure you tell other people to subscribe too. I'm wagging my finger. But yeah, so Luther is the truth. I love that song. It was my favorite song before it even came on the charts. Way back in December. Way back in December when the album dropped. I listened to it on Apple Music. I was like, this is my favorite song out of every one of them. So, and it's doing good business. Because this is the business of show, not show business. We have to remember that, kids. This is the business of show, not show business. If you have no business, you have no show. If you have a show without business, there's nothing there. It's like taking a piss in the wind. It's not going to do anything. So you have to have the business right. As I say that with 0 viewers right now, but Tomcat is a viewer. I'm talking about Luther the song. yeah, Luther Vandross sample. Yeah, they sampled the song. You know, if this world were mine. That sample is from Luther Vandross. That's what I'm talking about. So I really, you know, take into that really cool vibe of that song. It's very cool. It's very laid back. It's very chill. You know, you can listen to that with your significant other. You can have a good time. You know, it's very short though. Yes, yes. Luther Vandross is dead. He is dead. That is true. He died maybe 15 years ago, something like that. Hold on, let me make 100% sure. I can definitely make sure. Maybe even more. It'll be 20 years in July. 20 years. I think I'm going to watch the Never Too Much documentary. I think it's out now. Yeah, it released in November. I want to watch that. It's on CNN Films. I don't know how I'm going to see it. I hope it's on Netflix or something like that. But yeah, so I just think that was cool for him to use that sample. Yeah, rock and power to Luther Vandross. He's a great talent. One of the most recognizable voices of all time. He has a distinctive voice. I don't know exactly where it is. Maybe it's in the baritone level, maybe like low tenor. But he has a very distinctive voice, or had a distinctive voice. On his records, he has a distinctive voice. Are you into objectivism? I absolutely am into objectivism. I've been an objectivist since 2012. That was when I read Atlas Shrugged. I had studied. I've been a student of objectivism from 2005, maybe 2007, 2006, 2007. I was a student all the way up to 2012, and then 2012 when I read Atlas Shrugged, I was like, that's it. I completely have graduated from a student to an absolute advocate of Ayn Rand's ideas and her great philosophy. I have read The Fountainhead 4 times. I read Atlas Shrugged 3 times. I'm reading it for the 4th time right now. It's exhilarating every time. I mean, you open up the book and you're like, this is new to me. I always find something new in the book. I mean, that may be true for a lot of other books too, but I always find something new in the book, and something refreshing or invigorating or powerful or just substantial that I didn't realize before. So, Tomcat, are you into objectivism, Tomcat? Are you into objectivism? Are you an objectivist? Are you a student of objectivism? Do you know the difference between a student of objectivism and not? I've read almost all of the nonfiction. I've read all the fiction. The only nonfiction I haven't read is Introduction to Objectivist Epistemology, and I've read maybe a chapter of that, and also I've read oh God, what's it called? The Art of Nonfiction. That's the one I haven't read. I've read the Art of Fiction, but not the Art of Nonfiction. So yeah. So Tomcat, I ask you again: are you into objectivism? Are you going to Boston in the summer for Ocon? What are you doing? But yeah, getting back to Luther. Luther is great. Son to Son. Move your hat off the eyebrow. I gotta keep it like this. You gotta keep it cocked. You gotta keep it cocked to the side. You gotta keep it cocked to the side. Gotta keep it hat cock, can't see his eyes. Who could it be with the new blue Yankee on? Who but me? Who said that line? Who said that? Hatcock can't see his eye. Who but me? With that new blue Yankee on. Who but me? So Drake not number one. No, Drake is not number one. He's number 3. He's number 3 right now. He's creeping on the come up. He's trying to get to number 1. Like I said, it didn't diminish his talent. Whatever Drake has, because you can say, okay, he's not a writer. He has a team of writers that write for him. Okay, he's not the best rapper. He doesn't have. He kind of sounds like he is doing spoken word instead of rapping. Yes, Tomcat, true. Ayn Rand is fire. She is fire. Everything she put out is just immaculate. It's like clean and just sparkling and wonderful. Everything. Yes, Son to Sun 90 is right. Jay-Z. Yes, Jay-Z said that. Chips 3 minutes, and I blew to 3. Then I skated to 4 before I went on tour. Came back in the plane. Niggas ain't rapping the same. F the flow, y'all jacking our slang. I seen the same thing happen to Kane. 3 cuts in your eyebrows trying to wild out. The Kane's hours never found out. Y'all just better hope we graciously bow out. Throw your hands up, niggas. Just, y'all know the rest. I know too many old Jay-Z lyrics. I got lyrics that people weren't even born yet. They weren't even born yet, and I know these lyrics. This is going back to like 1999. You got kids that they weren't even born. Straight heat, exactly. Straight heat, straight fire, straight heat rocks. Nothing but heat rocks with Ayn Rand. Are you a boomer? Do I look that old? I get a mixture. I either look older or I look younger. Diddy best friend Gaye. Oh, slow it down. I am not a boomer. You look Gen Z. No, I am not Gen Z. I am totally millennial. I was born in 88. Back in 88, when I was selling weight, I'm still spending money from 88. Rooftop like we bring 88 back. 88 was the best year in hip hop. 88 was the best year in history, I think. I might be biased. According to the Chinese calendar, I was born under the dragon sign. I'm a Gemini and a Cancer on the cusp, if that even exists. I don't believe in any of that stuff. It's just fun to say stuff like that. It's not grounded in reality. I'm just saying it just because it's fun. And it's the power that and amazement of the human mind to be able to invent things like that. Yes, the golden era. Tomcat's right. The 80s. Like the mid to late 80s was the absolute golden era. Then there was I would say, you know what? I would say the 90s was the platinum era. And the 2000s were the diamond era. It got better and better. I'm not a Christian. I'm a complete atheist. I'm a complete atheist. I'm an absolute non-believer in the theory of God. Hell of a theory, as Mr. Troy Sartorian says. But nope, complete atheist. And I don't look down upon people that believe in, spirits of, not the human spirit. I believe in the human spirit. But people that believe in ghosts and, goblins and turning people to salt and stuff like that. Son of the Sun 90 says, stop, Jesus is your Lord. Nope. Now, see, at least Texas can agree on something. You can agree on Jesus. That's one thing you guys can at least agree on. You can agree on, his sway in the culture. I mean, it's undeniable. There's no question. There's nothing. There's like, what are there, like 8 billion people on the planet? And out of that 8 billion, like 4 or 5 billion maybe are Christians. Maybe 6 billion, maybe Christians, and the rest are like Muslims and Jews. You can't. There's no, trying to go up against that. You can't. You don't fight the battle that way. You just represent yourself. Look at you, interact with other people. Make channels like this. Oh, he happens to be an atheist. Oh, he happens to be objectivist. Because not all. Every objectivist is an atheist, but not every atheist is an objectivist. Learn that. I'll say it again. Every objectivist is an atheist, but not every atheist is an objectivist. Remember that. So it's very it's a very powerful thing, you know, when you have a philosophy, not just like a religion or something like that. And people call it a cult, and people, you know, but what's a cult? I mean, you look up, get a good dictionary from like 1930 or 1934, 1935, and you'll see that the ideas of the definitions are totally different from today, especially with the word selfishness or selfish. Selfishness in the today's dictionary say, you know, disregard for other people, stepping on people's toes, getting your own way, you know, regardless of earning what is yours. And 1930s, 1940s, you know, dictionaries, they simply say complete self interest. That's all it is. Interest in one's own ideas and one's own values. That's basically what it is. That's exactly what it is. There's no question in that. Tomcat says there is no Lord. Exactly. There is no Lord. There is no King Jesus. There is no Lord Jesus. There's nothing like that. And that's the language is all messed up. King Jesus, Lord Jesus. What is that about? We're going back to lords and kings. What is that? King of kings? Lord of lords? I mean, what kind of language is that? I appreciate you too, Tomcat. Make sure you tell two people. Tell two people about my channel. I said, this silly nigga, he be talking some craziness, but you know he has some ideas. So make sure you subscribe to him. Like that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Not many of us out here. Exactly. Not many. Not many at all. I got 3 people in here with 1 like. Let's get up to 3 likes. 3 people, 3 likes. Let's go. Come on. So we got 2 likes, 3 people in here. Not mad. But yeah, so getting back to Luther. Luther is a staple. And this is his Kendrick Lamar's, I believe it is his 5th. Let me make sure. I can make sure. It is Kendrick Lamar's 6th number 1, and SZA's 3rd, her 3rd number 1 single. So this is very interesting. I just think it's amazing how the times have shifted. Wizard says, who did the eyebrows? I had to leave. Didn't hear your reply. I said, I do my own eyebrow. Excuse me. I'm drinking soda. Sugar free, though. It's really good. It's I should do a brief ad for this water. This carbonated water. It's very good. It's sweetened, too. Yeah, I do my own eyebrows. 4 people in here, 2 likes. Let's get up to 4 likes. Let's get it up to 4 likes. Hit that, smash that like button. Yeah, I do my own eyebrows. I do all this myself. Is that manscaping? Is that facescaping? Pause. I don't even know what that's called. There it is. 6 likes. Okay, we trying to have a party. Y'all want to have a party? 4 more people in here. We got a party. It's a good song, but I smell payola. Ooh. Hit the like button. Thank you, Charles Moran. Salute to you. Make sure you tell 2 other people to subscribe. I know you all. Everybody in here is already subscribed. Tell 2 other people. And they'll tell 2 other people, and they'll tell 2. You see where I'm going with this? It'll spread like that. If you value my work, the research I put into going on this show, everything that goes into it, make sure that you tell other people about me, and we can definitely have something grow, you know. But yeah. So Luther is a milestone to me. It's a great, like. This is the other thing I wanted to say, because before then, talking about Drake, it's like he didn't lose. Some things you don't lose, your power over. He never lost his talent. Whatever made Drake 15-year run as that boy, 15 years strong, like that's amazing. And he never lost it, and he never got caught up in the ish. Like Chris Brown for like 2 months got caught up in the ish. Then he went to work. He went to the studio, came out with all that bull is for the birds. You ain't even a vulture. Deuces. When he came out with Deuces, it was like, all right, he's back. He had transform. He had to come out with at least one song called with the Transformer. He came out with Transformers, and it was like, it's all right. Wayne was on there. Swizz Beatz did the track. I was like, all right, this is cool, but this isn't your defining moment. When he made Deuces, that's when it was like, all right, he's back. He made that. Then he came out with the song with Twista. I can't think of the name of it. Y'all can tell me. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I can't remember what it was called, but he definitely bounced back like a Super Bowl. Then he came out with Look at Me Now, and then it was like, all right, this is crazy. Now he has the Breezy Bowl. Like he should be, in a corner somewhere crying and huddled to himself, instead of making music. But he's talented. You can't take away his talent. He can sing and dance. Tomcat says, Skylar, I'm surprised you're not part of the YouTube atheist group. I'm surprised too. I never even heard of an YouTube atheist group. I would love an objectivist group more so. I've been a part of atheist groups and live and live in person. I used to bring breakfast. I used to bring in. You have to look this up. They're called Hamatashen. There's these little pastries that you make. They make little Jewish pastries. I got from the bakery. And I used to bring them into these morning. It was called Second Sunday, and I would bring it in, and they would bring in pastries and fruit and stuff like that. We would just chop it up. We're talking about different topics of the day. But it got tired, and I had a falling out with one of the guys that was related to the group, and they said, you can stop coming to our group now or whatever it was. I don't even care. Leave them eyebrows alone. I just get the middle, so I don't get a unibrow. But I don't do anything to them. I don't touch up or cut or something, anything to them. I just do the middle part, so I don't get a unibrow. Let's see. Chris Brown is one of the GOATs. True. Had a dream. Drake dropped a fire album. It'll be fire. Once he gets into his groove again, he's gonna make a #1 album. It's gonna be a #1 album. It's gonna be go against everything he has. He's had all platinum albums, all platinum studio albums, everything platinum. I think his collaborations are platinum too. Future, 21 Savage, all that. Make a move. It's called Movie. Oh yeah, movie. Yeah. Let's make a movie. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have to act. We don't have to practice act for this or something like that. Yeah. That was the cut. That was the cut. Durante Lamar, Bridge City Global, and Daily Atheist Morning Show. I didn't even realize that. Okay. Check them out. I'll promote your stream in the Discord. I appreciate that very much. Let me write down this stuff. Hold on. What is Durante Lamar? Durante Lamar, Bridge City Global. Excuse me if the screen keeps going up and down. I'm writing on the laptop, on the MacBook. Daily Atheist Morning Show. Daily Atheist. Okay, cool. Charles Moran says, I don't think that Party Next Door album is the album. No, it's not. I think Drake is sitting on some heat. Yes, I think so too. He's gonna have a studio album. He's gonna have a solo studio album. It's gonna blow, the hinges off. He's not he's not dropping because he's waiting for a new deal. Well, he sued his record company. He sued UMG, so that's awkward. Wizard says Chris Brown had a fire hit with Joel Santana. You forgot about that one. I did forget about that one, and I'm probably going to make sure I do forget about that because Joel Santana fell the way off, and Chris Brown just ascended. I thought Joel Santana was going to take over the game. There are three people that especially, maybe four, but especially three. I thought Silk the Shocker was going to take over the game. I thought Joel Santana was going to take over the game. And I thought Rich Boy was going to take over the game. They all, had various, a single here and a single there, but Rich Boy especially, he had this. He didn't have a top of the charts, hit, but he had a hood banger that was sampled, and people continue to say something like, "I throw D's like Rich Boy" and stuff like that. He had a part of the culture that still remains to this day. Tell me about the Joel Santana one now. I'm gonna have to look that up. Joel Santana. Are you talking about? I'm talking about post. I'm talking about post the Rihanna incident. That's what I'm talking about. How they bounced back. I know he had Run It. He had Run It with Joel Santana. That was a big hit. That was his first hit, I think. First top 40, maybe his first top 10. Not sure, but that was definitely a hit. But yeah. So that was the fire with Joel Santana. I didn't forget about him on purpose. I made sure to make a distinction that after something happened, like a major issue, like with Chris Brown and Rihanna, that Chris Brown bounced back. He surged forward. He continued onward, with his ideals. So that's amazing. But if this world were mine, that Luther sample was the truth. Son of Son's got he's got a link. Let's see where it goes. Oh yeah, I gotta turn this off. Okay, so back to the crib. Okay, so this is what you're talking about? You weren't talking about Run It? Okay. It's got DJ Benji on there. No, DJ Envy's probably a good guy. 2010 with the R8. Everybody was on the R8 back then. Oh yeah, got to get the Audi R8. Got to get the R8. Put some respect on Santana. I definitely respect Santana, but he fell off. This is the fact. This is the fact of reality. He fell off, and Chris Brown has continued to go forward, go on. There's no Joel's Bowl. Pause. I don't. It sounds weird. There's a Breezy Bowl. He's selling out concerts. Probably have women in the chair, and then he dances on them allegedly. I don't know how he gets down, but that's the rate that he goes. That's definitely his impact on the game. That's how he has definitely changed the game. And nobody even. I mean, they might say, yeah, he did that thing with Rihanna. But I like his music. And he's cute. Oh my god! Like girls don't like, especially women like that. B probably did something against him. Like, what did she do? She must have did something to have him beat her up like that. I mean, that's the mentality a lot of these young people have. So it's the reason why he's still one of the GOATs, as Charles Moran pointed out. He's one of the GOATs, definitely. Chris Brown is definitely one of the GOATs. And he has that name. He has Christopher Brown. What do you think of? What do you think of when you think about Christopher Brown? You think of Michael Jackson. That means he's not like Sting or Bono or Madonna or Prince, just these, mononyms. He has a name that anybody could have. There's a Christopher Brown probably down the street from you, from any of us right now. There's a Christopher Brown. He's had Chris Brown though. Like that's how extraordinary his talent is. Not people rely. Oh, I have a cool first. I have a mononym. Oh, I'm cool. You know. CP. Let me see. Facts. Preach, brother Sky. I'm not your brother, but you know I understand what you're saying, sir. CB should have been canceled. Okay, he should have been canceled, but hey, he's rolling now. He's going. This was 2009. If it was 2017 or now, because 2000 this is the 2017.0. This is the Me Too era 2.0. If it was now or 2017, you would never heard of Chris Brown again. So salute to Chris Brown. Salute to Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Hope they go for another week. Maybe there'll be 8 weeks at the top of the charts. All right. It's not in my contract. I have no contract. I have a contract with YouTube, but it's not like I have a contract written for myself. But I think whenever there's a story with Azealia Banks in it, I have to cover it. And I was corrected by the hater, Mr. Troy Star Terrain. I thought she was an objective hater. I thought she was really, she didn't let her feelings get in the way. But I've noticed, she's been very subjective. She's a subjective hater. She's a good subjective hater, but a subjective hater nonetheless. You gonna always be my brother. Power. Boom. But anyway, yeah, Azealia Banks is going at Eminem, the diamond white boy. He has 3 diamond albums. The only rapper and one of the only artists to ever achieve such a feat. He's a grandpa now to Elliot Mathers. Elliot Mathers, wait a minute, maybe I don't think it's Mathers. I think it's hold on. I remember seeing it was Elliot something. Hold on, let me make sure. Elliot. Elliot Marshall McClintock. So that's it. Okay. Elliot Marshall McClintock. So he's a grandfather. He's an old man. He's definitely an old man now. He's a super old man. It's not Elliot Mathers, it's Elliot McClintock. It's her husband's name. Yeah, so Azealia is saying that this is before. This isn't even news. This is just, her just going at Marshall Mathers, Eminem, however you want to say it, the I always call him the diamond white boy. She's going at him hard body again for the same reasons. She's saying he makes school shooter rap, angry, frustrated white man raps. She went at Wale. Yes, you're exactly right. And Wale, I think, went back at her. So he wasn't afraid. So I did see that in my research. Wale went back at Azealia Banks, one of the few artists to ever go back at her. They usually just say, I'm going to just keep going and not worry about it. But Wale actually responded to her. But this is different. Eminem hasn't responded to her, and she's been going at him for years now. And this isn't anything too new. This isn't revolutionary. This isn't, completely hot, it's hot off the presses, but it's still, harkens back to the days she was talking about him. She roasted Judge. I'm sure she did. I didn't even see that. I just saw the Eminem post. But she's saying that he makes music for school shooters and stuff like that. The white boy angst or something like that. But this is the thing he had Shake That, and she made a sentence. She made a statement saying if he could only make one booty shaking, song, but he made 2 at least. He made Ass Like That and Shake That. So he made it 2 at least. And then he has Superman, which is really raunchy, nasty rap, but he's versatile. He's a versatile kind of guy. So I just like, when Azalia's name is in the news, something caught her attention. She probably saw, oh wow, he's a grandfather. Oh, I gotta roast him now. And Jelly Roll deserves it. Oh my God. I say that Jelly Roll is going to be on the Super Bowl stage next year when the Cowboys defeat whoever they're playing. I don't know who it's going to be, but the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl next year. I can tell you that much for facts right now. That's going to be the truth. The Cowboys are going to win because it's been 30 years. It's going to be 30 years since their 1996 championship, and they're going to have to make sure that they get the secure win. All right, but that's totally different. I like Jelly Roll too. It's not like I like Jelly Roll. I don't have a problem with him. He's cool. Can he fit on the stage? That was hate. He's a big guy. That was hate. But Azealia Banks, every time her name pops up in the news, I have to do a show about her. I have to do a show about Azealia Banks. Hopefully one day she'll hate on me and my numbers will go through the roof. Like this whack ass nigga with these big eyebrows and dusty gold tie and whack shirt and hat. Like I get to see her hating on me for some reason. That'd be dope. That would be dope. But yeah, so Azealia's going at Eminem like hard body. Again, this isn't anything new. This is like a repeat. She's been going at him for years now. So I think it's because of the news of Elliot McClintock, his grandson, being born. I think that's the reason why she hopped on to media sites or something like that, or took to different posts and was going at him, talking about, that's an interesting thing though. I think because Eminem is a weird artist. Like I wonder how much play he got outside of Detroit, in the Midwest, in Chicago and stuff like that. Because I'm talking about radio station wise, I used to listen to the radio station all the time, and he was popping at the time. I don't think I've ever heard an Eminem record on one, and I lived in just outside of the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And I don't think for one instance can I remember ever hearing. I mean, it's not saying that they didn't. I just didn't hear it. It wasn't part of the rotation that I heard. But the hip hop stations in Philly, Power 99 FM, Power 100.3 The Beat. I don't remember them ever playing an Eminem song ever, not once. So it's very strange. It's very strange. It didn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like I said, he's 3 times diamond, and the rest are platinum, and that's just sales. I mean, you can't hear you don't listen to sales. That's what Mr. Officially Ice of the how was it, the Joe Budden podcast? He said I can't hear sales. Like that's a good point, because you don't have to be a great seller in order to have a great album or a great message or a great single. All right, let's see what Charles Moran says. Jelly Roll is the country version of Post Malone. Well, isn't Post Malone the country version of Post Malone? Used to be a rapper, but found out another lane. Eminem is a rapper for people who like rap. You're listening for wordplay. Exactly. Well, you can go down the list. You can go for Jelly Roll. Well, before Jelly Roll, Kid Rock, Jelly Roll, Post Malone, MGK. They come into the game as rappers, and they come out of the game as rock stars and country singers. And I'm not mad at that. That's a hustle. I'm gonna come in here, amaze these niggers with my musical stylings, and you know what? I'm gonna just switch it all up. I'm gonna become a rock star. I'm gonna become a rock and roll. Learn how to play guitar. I'm gonna become a country singer. Learn how to play the banjo. Vanilla Ice. Thank you, Vanilla Ice. That's another example. Vanilla Ice, rapper turned rock musician. Exactly. Was it Everclear? I can't think of his name. It was God damn it. What was his name? Is it Everclear? You guys know what I'm talking about? Everlast. Thank you. Everlast. Everlast did the same thing. He was a rapper, then he turned to a rock musician. It's like I'm gonna fool these niggas. These niggas they don't know no better. They're like, oh wow, He's a country artist. That's amazing. He's a rock star. That's great. That's cool. Great. Wonderful. That's just the reality of it. I'm not mad. It's a come up. It's a come up. You're not doing the rap thing anymore? Cool, fine. You ever seen Kid Rock's garage? Kid Rock's garage is like amazing. There's like 3 or 4 people that have really great garages. Tim Allen, Jay Leno, Rick Ross, and a few. I know there's others, but they have really great garage. Shaq, I think, has a great garage. Everlast is from House of Pain. Yeah, okay. I remember that. Yeah, Seinfeld has a crazy car collection. Yes, facts. Seinfeld, Shaq, Jay Leno, Tim Allen, Kid Rock. There's a lot of people actually, but I'm saying the top ones. The top ones have the craziest car collections. Crazy car collections. So, but anyway, Azealia Banks. Salute to her. Salute to Azealia Banks. She's the truth. I like her subjective hate. She just goes at people emotionally. That's what she goes off of. She doesn't go off of but it sounds like it's wrapped in, facts, but it's really just emotional. Because she's going after Eminem again. She went after Jay. She went after a lot of people. Wale, like we said. I think he was like the only one to actually reply to her. It's really weird. It's a weird space to be in. But she has carved out a niche for herself. She has a very dedicated following. She's very on point with her message. So that just makes it even more, great that she's able to do that. I think it's wonderful, really. I think it's like it's a gut check to the game. It's just like Mr. George Terrell, but he's objective. He's an objective hater, but she's a subjective hater. And what she does is she stirs the pot. Anybody can stir the pot, subjective, objective, or whatever the case may be. But she stirs the pot. She gets people agitated, or either completely ignores her. I don't know when her last single was. I don't know when her last album was. It doesn't even matter because she's a cultural critic. She's a social critic. She just takes to X or whatever the service is, or media site, and she just unloads. She just unloads. So definitely a salute to Azealia Banks, because we need people like her in the game to keep the game clean, fresh. Like everybody's afraid in PC, and I just have to fold my hands and just be a good little girl and stuff like that, or a good little boy, or I just have to be just like that. She's like, no, look, you make whack music. I don't like your music. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like your shows. I don't like your shoes. I don't like what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, don't do that. But she at the same time, there's people that she really likes. She loves Donald Glover. They've worked on projects together. It's cool. We got 4 people in here, 4 likes. I'm not mad. Not mad. It's a strong showing for me anyway. It's pretty strong. But yeah, so Eminem is definitely one of my top 20 rappers. Definitely in hip hop. He's definitely one of my top 20 rappers to ever do it. 44 followers away from 1,000. Exactly. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Trust me. I'm definitely getting there. You guys have to help me out. That's what y'all have to do. 44 followers. Just tell 2 people. Just tell 2 people, and then tell them to tell 2 people, and then it'll go on and on and on from there. And I should have at least 1 billion subscribers by then. Did you know that Mr. Beast has 465 million subscribers? Come on now. Like, that's just beautiful. I think that's great. That's just a wonderful showing. He's got a reach. He's got whatever. I don't even know what he does. Mr. Beast does a lot of giveaways. Okay, that's what he does, I guess. I saw his he has some like a candy bar or a chocolate bar or something like that, protein bar or something, in the store. I was like, Mr. Beast. I was like, isn't he on YouTube? What the hell? He's got the right team behind him. I'm sure they're getting, they're eating off of him as well. They're definitely eating off of him. It's hard to get into that recommended video section. Yeah. Do you have your own channel, Charles Moran? But Azealia Banks, yeah, she's not too hard on the eyes. She's a pretty chocolate, little thing. She probably, if you didn't satisfy her in the bedroom, she'd probably, shoot you in the shin. That's the kind of, chick, I haven't been too familiar with. Almost a light-skinned chick. She was pretty, she was thuggish, ruggish. But that's a different story. But yeah, she's Azealia Banks going at Eminem for what she said before. This is just resurfaced, or I don't know what they try to chop this up as something new. But she's saying that he has white boy anger and school shooting vibes in his music. No channel of my own, but I run ads on YouTube for medium to large digital publishers. How much you get paid for that? Let me get in on that. That seems like you get a good chunk of change from that. Just give me a figure. Just say 4 figure, 5 figure, 6 figures a year. $150 to $200K. That's not bad. I don't want it though. I'm good with my little $56K a year, tax free. I don't have to pay taxes. I love that. If you don't, I want everybody to not pay any income taxes. Depends on if there is a lot of contract work or if it's a full-time job. I pay mad taxes. Exactly. See, do you get any returns? You get any tax returns, Charles? Yeah, I'm not about that tax life. I haven't paid a tax since 2016, almost 9 years. And the IRS hasn't come calling or anything like that, so I'm good. Y'all can hey, that nigga Sky, he's not putting in his fair share. Yeah, so anyway, Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks is one of my favorite media professionals. She's a professional. She's good at this. She's been doing this for a lot of years. She didn't just pop up on the scene. No tax returns. There's a smart way to set up a business for tax avoidance, but I'm not on that tier yet. Well, if you listen to what Waka Flocka Flame has said about what he learned from President Trump, you might be able to do it. He said get a trust, and then you get like an LLC, and then you put the LLC into the parts of the trust. I got it all mixed up. He's got it down. Just look up Waka Flocka Flame, President Trump, or trust or LLC or something like that. And you'll find out he's got it all together. He's got it. Like if I start to get to a point where I have to pay taxes again, that's the guy I want to go to. That's what I want to go to with Waka Flocka Flame. That's another rapper that I thought was going to be. He was going to take over the game because Flockavelli is the truth. That's the most underrated album ever in the past 20 years. Flockavelli, super underrated. Has super huge singles, great song selections. One of my favorites, F This Industry, BM Industries. Y'all take my back. The devil's after me. It's great. I love it. But anyway, Azealia Banks. I don't know if she's ever talked about Waka Flocka Flame, but Yeah, she's one of the best. She's a goat. She's one of the greats. She's one of the greatest of all time. She's one of the greatest of all time to be able to convey a message that is so potent and powerful and needed in the game, because everybody's like, oh yeah, good, pat on the back, and then they turn their back and they're like, that nigga was not. But she'll be like, no, I'm in your face. I'm telling you right straight up. Charles Moran says Waka Flocka is also nice if you meet him. He's not an a-hole to friends. Okay. He seems that way. He seems like a very, engaging and very, intelligent young man. He may be older than me. Let me see when was he? Or he's either a few years older than me or a few years younger than me. He was born in. Okay, so he's older than me. He's 38. He'll be 39 in May. Next month. Joaquin James Malfers. Okay, so definitely gotta look that up. But Azealia Banks, going at Eminem. That's an idea though. The white boy shooter. How many of those white boys? How many of those white boys? And he said that in his music. He said when the dude's getting bullied and shoots up the school and they blame it on heroin, when Maryland and that heroin, where were the parents at? And look where it's at, middle America. Like he's aware that people are going to look at him and say, oh, well, he was responsible for Columbine and he was responsible for Virginia Tech and for Sandy Hook and everything. He put his ideas in their mind. So tens of millions of people that have heard his music haven't gone on massive shooting sprees. That's why I have critique Azealia Banks. She's saying that his music is school shooting influenced. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that's deplorable. I think that I completely reject that notion. And I know she's trolling. She's the ultimate troll. She's one of the best trolls of all time. But she definitely has that flavor. Where's she from? Let me see where she's from. I think she's from the island, something like that. It's not really saying. I don't see where she was. But I think she has some West Indian blood in her somehow. I don't know what island, but I think she has some West Indian blood. But she's just great. She's great. I think she's wonderful. She's definitely good for the game to me. Because she's not afraid. I love that fearlessness about her. She has a fearlessness about her that is uncanny and very it's very unwelcoming to some, but it's very satisfying and a breath of fresh air in a sense, because you don't get that amount of honesty in such a world of I just want to get ahead, I just want to get by, I want to get to the next film, I want to get to the next radio, I want to get to the next Billboard chart, I want to get I'll do anything. A lot of people lose their souls and do a lot of things that corrupt their manhood or their womanhood just to or their self-respect just to get ahead. Charles Moran said, you ever think about, I know what you meant, about making a flashy lower third? I have no idea what that means. Like something scrolling across the bottom of the screen with your Cash App. I do that on what's it called? Goddamn StreamYard. I have too many hours. I use up all my hours. I'm looking forward to buying, or purchasing more, unlimited. That's gonna be in either May or June, I think. Hopefully, across my other, but I don't want to do a scroll. I hate scrolls. Screen with your Cash App. I know it's over and done, but it attracts attention. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a chyrons. I'm just gonna do a banner. I'll do a banner on the bottom of the screen. If you look at my past videos, hint hint, my past videos, you'll see that I have multiple videos with the exact same thing underneath. But no, I scrolled like 2 or 3, but I don't like to scroll because it's distracting. I want you to focus on my dumbass. Charles Moran. I don't know what that means, sir. I hate emojis. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. You got to break it down to me, Barney style. I don't know what that is. That a whale? What the hell is that? I don't even know what is that. I don't even know what that means, Charles. I have no idea, sir. You were good with the text. I'm not good with emojis. So Azealia Banks, that just caught me though. The shooter aspect, the white boy shooter. First of all, Virginia Tech was a yellow man. He was yellow, and there have been multiple shootings ever since Eminem came out. But like I said, tens of millions of people have heard of him before. Just laughing at watch the old videos. Yeah, watch those old videos. Skylar Saunders sing. It's so great. It just boosts my numbers. That's all it does. But anyway, thank you for telling me that, Charles, because I didn't know you could be laughing at my dumb ass, and that's okay. But I just didn't know what you were laughing at. Now I know. So Azealia Banks has, definitely pulled the trigger again. It's like she's pulled the trigger before. This isn't the first time she pulled the trigger, and the same exact thing. But I think with the media attention afforded to Eminem based on him being a grandfather now, like that just set him off into another level of being at an age of knowing and understanding what he is. So that may be another album. He may even cut an album with his grandson. Had the first grandson father, grandson granddad joint album together or something like that. I don't know, but she has fun. That's what I like about Azealia Banks. She has fun with it. She's not like bitter and nasty and ugly. It's like she just wants to say, "Look, this is what I think. This is what I feel." And if you don't like it, the hell with you. I don't have time for you. I got to run, but appreciate you. Appreciate you, Charles Moran. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Keep up the good work. 44 more subs, and your numbers will skyrocket. Exactly. And I'll be able to, that'll be the first step. I have to get my watch hours up. My watch hours are kind of sliding now, but my watch hours got to go up. Rottweiler in the building. Charles Glazer. What is Charles Glazer? I don't even know what Charles Glazer. Am I stupid? I'm stupid. I don't know what Charles Glazer is. What's Charles Glazer? Now I just showing some love. I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I got 44 more subscriptions, and like what I can't. It's something many. What am I at? I think I need at least 200 watch hours or something like that. I'm at like 150. So Charles Moran, that's just the troll in me. But what is the Glazer? I don't understand the Glazer part. You got me flummoxed. But yeah, so that is Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks is a hater. She's a subjective hater. But at least she speaks her mind. At least she's always honest. She's never backed away and said, I better cool down. I better fall back from this. I better not be able to do this. Glazer to shower someone with excessive often unwarranted praise or to hype someone up in a way that is annoying or cringeworthy. Ooh, okay. Charles got me. LOL. All right. At least I understand what that means. LOL. I remember when I had to figure out what lols mean. I was like, what is L, like the LOLLL, the lols. That's what my girlfriend way back in 2012 hadn't had a girlfriend since the Obama administration. But that's what she used to say. Oh, lols. I was like, what the hell is lols? To the streaming chat. Yeah, sleep. I'm out of here. I thank everybody for stopping by. And I will see you sometime tomorrow, probably around the same time, 6:30. Let's get those subs up. Let's watch a lot of hours of my videos. Thank you very much. Take care.